of the state of Michigan versus Anthony Montaloro, 25648.
John said no shots.
Okay, thank you.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Your Honor, John Goldclaw, P 30758, on behalf of Ed Montalero. Mr. Montalero, would you please put your name on the record?
Anthony Montaloro.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you for addressing appropriately for court. Today is the date scheduled for sentencing on your client's plea to an amended charge of operating while visibly impaired. The original charge of high BAC and open alcohol were both dismissed by way of resolution between counsel. And did you have an opportunity to review the report and recommendation with your client counsel?
Yes, we have, Your Honor. As to the report, the only correction, or not correction, but I guess an addition or amendment, is that Mr. Montalero is no longer working with Cusco. He is now working full-time or more. I won't say full-time because he's still going to school and taking classes regarding finance, but he is working with his father in the landscaping and snow removal business. He was doing part of that prior to it, but now he's doing that on a more full-time basis to earn more money. Other than that, Your Honor, there are no additions, deletions, or corrections. However, he did, I guess there is an addition, he also has obtained documentation from Pure Psychiatry of Michigan. Documents were presented to Ms. Shine today regarding his use of medical marijuana, as well as his prescribed Adderall to help him with his difficulties. Other than that, Your Honor, there are no additions, deletions, or corrections to be made. We're asking that the recommendation be. I've also explained to him briefly what early is charged, early termination. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So, sir, what is, the court did receive this morning.
That's correct, Your Honor.
What is the medical need for prescription marijuana?
This pain. I have really bad back pain. I have a problem going to sleep at night.
Interesting. Very interesting, sir. Do you know why I say very interesting?
Wow.
Because you've gone over your PSI with your attorney, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And it says the defendant described his general health as very healthy. He reported that he has had no serious illnesses, diagnoses, or accidents in the past. Defendant is currently under a primary doctor's care, which is this primary doctor, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great. So where in that does that tell me that you have bad back issues at 19?
It's not bad, Your Honor. It's not a serious problem. It's more for the sleep.
The sleep.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, interesting, because the letter from your doctor here indicates that you've been counseled and educated on potential risks utilizing Adderall and also cannabis, one of which is the potential impact on sleep, as both substances may disrupt normal sleep patterns. Did you read this before you submitted this to the court, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You did. Okay. So then you're aware that this does not indicate that this doctor is prescribing it for you.
Yes, sir.
This doctor is merely indicating that he has gone over the risks and considerations associated with the Adderall use and marijuana use, but that I don't have anything that says that you should be, that marijuana is the preferred course of medication for you.
Yes, sir. I went to get my medical card.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm aware of that. I see this right here. And I'm presuming when you went to get your medical card, that was not from your treating physician, correct?
No, Your Honor. It was not.
It was not. No, it was a medical marijuana clinic. You just walked right into a medical marijuana clinic, said you had pain and trouble sleeping, and there's your prescription, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Okay. Not gonna fly. Not gonna fly. especially because your treating doctor has indicated that there are potential side effects because you're taking Adderall. Did the doctor where you went for the medical marijuana clinic, does he know you take Adderall?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, this is just indicating that all this is stating is that you're an established patient with this doctor. The doctor is aware of your current cannabis use and is discussed openly during clinical visits. And went through the education for you regarding risks and considerations with taking Adderall and cannabis. So it just indicates you've been counseled on it. Doesn't indicate that this is your doctor's recommended course of treatment. So your medical marijuana requester is denied
Okay.
while you're on probation. So if you were to test right now, what's in your system?
Adderall
And when's the last time you used marijuana, sir?
2 nights ago.
With what permission?
Hmm?
With what permission? This court on August 7th ordered you not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you were also given information that if now you wanted to get a prescription for marijuana, what the steps were. You needed court approval to now use marijuana after the court reviewed documentation from your treating physician that recommends marijuana as the preferred method of medication. That was not submitted. So you don't have permission to use marijuana, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand. I'm sorry. Sorry.
And sir, you're 19. You're 19 years old. I do not see a need for marijuana for you. Neither does your doctor. Your doctor didn't prescribe it. And this is why I require it from a treating physician, so that there can't be some circumvention because somebody wants to continue to use substances under the guise of it being for medical purposes,
Yes, Your Honor.
especially when you're 19, sir. Let's see how you feel after you've had some clarity not using any of this substance. Okay. So I'm not going to violate your bond right now, although you did not follow this court's orders. I am going to have you test today so that we can get a baseline.
I didn't mean to interrupt the court. I believe that he thought he was following correctly by getting documentation and then going. I don't believe he did that to circumvent the court's orders, but thought he was at least.
No, and it was explained to him very much so. Just because he gets this doesn't mean that he can then use, because he's under court supervision and he has to have it approved. It was not approved, and yet he still went ahead and used it. I'm indicating I'm not going to violate your client for a bond condition, but I am going to have him tested today so we have a baseline. Because I'm presuming within the next 30 days, he's going to be tested and then he's going to show positive for marijuana. So we're going to have you tested today so we have a baseline, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else you want the court to know, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
And sir, especially if you're doing snow plowing and whatnot, right? You can't be under the influence of anything.
Yes, sir.
And even if you don't think so, if you use something at night, you still are under the influence in the morning. All right, the court's going to note, after hearing from counsel, hearing from Mr. Montaloro, reviewing the report, the recommendation, the court does find that there's reasonable grounds to depart from MCL 769.5. The court's going to order that the following sentences in the best interest of justice is reasonable proportionate to the seriousness of the matter, taking into account the circumstances surrounding Mr. Montaloro and the legislative guidelines. The court's going to order 18 months probation. The court's going to also indicate that you're eligible for early discharge, sir. And the court will go over that in just a few moments. Okay, let me just clarify. So it appears as though the recommendation only addressed count 1, but there's both counts that your client pled to, the open alcohol as well.
That's correct.
So I'm just going to indicate that these conditions are concurrent, okay? You're not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. You're not to leave the state without the consent of this court. You are to report truthfully to your probation officer as often as your probation officer may require, in person, writing, or virtually. You are to notify your probation officer immediately of any change in address or employment status. Excuse me. And you are not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. You'll be subjected to random testing. The rehabilitative goal for that condition so the court can monitor your progress in maintaining abstinence and sobriety. You also are to enroll and participate in outpatient substance use counseling. The rehabilitative goal for that condition, sir, is so that you can have assistance in providing coping mechanisms to maintain sobriety and prevent relapse, hopefully preventing this matter from happening again. The court's going to order you to participate in the MAD Victim Impact Panel. The rehabilitative goal for that condition is to further increase your understanding of the dangers of driving under the influence and to educate you about the consequences of such behavior. And the court's going to order 7 days on the court workforce. So technically that'll be 4 days on count 1, 3 days on count 2. The rehabilitative goal for that condition is to allow you to further develop life and work skills and give back to the community. Any questions regarding any of those conditions?
No, you're.
Okay. As to the fines and costs, $300 fine, $100 screening assessment fee, supervision oversight fee of $900. That's $50 a month at 18 months. And since you're eligible for early discharge, up to half of that could be waived. $300 for the cost of prosecution, crime victim assessment fee of $75, justice system assessment fee of $50 for a total of $1,725. As to the open alcohol, $100 fine. I'm not assessing a screening or oversight fee. I've assessed that on the first one. $200 cost of prosecution, crime victim assessment fee of $75, justice system assessment fee of $50. And I do apologize. On count 1, 4 days on the court workforce is $160, and 3 days on count 2 is $120. So on count 1, it appears as though that's $1885, and on count 2, it's $545. So the total, sir, is $2,430. You did post a bond. We can apply your bond and you can set up your payment plan through probation. As I did indicate, you're eligible for early discharge as long as all of the following have occurred. You completed all of your, you completed at least half of your original term of probation. You completed all of your probation requirements. You got at least 3 months without any violations, and all monies have been either paid in full, or you made a good faith effort in making full payment. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. Please stop over at probation.